Well, hello and welcome back. We are on May 5th. I've been doing these trade journals offline every day for the last week, and I can upload those if you guys want to see them. But I thought I would just start doing some live trade journals and just get right back into being accountable for my actions. So, yesterday I had a good day, up 375 for the day. And today I went ahead and combated that and came back with a negative $200 day. We just didn't get a rhythm going today. And the very end of the day, uh, I fell victim to being afraid to lose. And then it caused me to get ticked out before it would have gone my way. So we'll go over every trade I did, but for today we're down now currently down 190. I took a total of 7 trades, down 190 for the day. And it's not great, but it is good to recognize when it's not going your way and you're not seeing things correctly. It's a little frustrating because I started the day out with a win, so I was up 100 right out the gate, and then the next trade, we'll go over them. We'll go over the trades. So that's the intro. Let's jump into the trades and we'll look at where we're at. Okay. So if you guys look here, you can see that we got into these. I'll zoom in a bit. All right, so we were very active. You can see we were very active with our trading today. So here we go. We came down. I got a nice high here. We came down and got into some support. And I liked this break because we had been struggling to break out of this top here. You can see we tested it once and then twice. Finally broke out. And I thought that that was a good indication that we're going to go north here. So um, we actually came up, popped up above this, and I really liked how it was hesitating and stuff. So I put my entry in here. Well, so we had a nice, very good entry here, and it came up and it filled like almost automatically. So that was a great entry. Actually, I had my exit, my profit target was up here above the break, but I brought my stop up to capture at least $100, and we made 110 on that trade. But as you can see, it would have filled if I would have just left it alone. So that would have been a really nice trade. It would have been up 250 if I would have just let it go. Then we came up, made a new high. We had a nice pullback into support area, and I thought, okay, let's just take this one and go for a ride again. So I entered here, and it went up. It didn't quite to get to my target, which was actually, this is my target zone. So you can see I was actually going for basically that break right there to take off. Um, but it started hesitating, and I was like, all right. So I brought my stop up to um, just underneath this bar just to protect myself, and I'm glad I did because it went against me. Now, it's a two-edged sword because this teaches you to go ahead and move your stop, but then you'll see later on I took a trade and I wish I would have not. So here, so then here's my third trade. So it came down and we had some area here, and I thought for sure it was going to test the red line here. So since I had that pretty good in my brain and it was coming down, I thought, well, I'll take the break of this and we'll expect it to get to the red line. And so I had my entry there, and you can see there's my stop target right there. And you can see how close it got, and maybe you can't. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. But it basically got within a tick here of reaching my line. And so I was waiting to drop my stop here as soon as it broke, and it didn't. It came down, went almost down to it, and then retraced. And as soon as it did, I was like, man, that's going to take me out. And it did. Sure enough, it took me out.
I can't hear very good if you're
So then
talking.
the next thing, this isn't a trade, that's a ghost trade. So that's one, two. This is another ghost trade. That's the third trade. All right, so then I decided to relax and let it just kind of go for a minute. We had this nice pull out here, and I was like, okay, I really like that. So here I put in a short at this point, and it came down and it filled. So we got a nice entry there. So when I see these big pushes like this, I don't need it to come back to support. That's just my rule. To me, when you have a big push like this, you can almost expect a micro pullback, where sometimes it'll do this and it'll give you a little, like a green bar and then maybe a little green bar. Or sometimes it'll give you a big red bar and then a little green bar and then it'll keep going red. So that's kind of what I expected. We had a lot of players in the market here. So I went ahead and took a trade here. Like I said, it didn't get to support, but I took my trade. And you can see it was a good trade. It filled for me. So at this point, I was 2 for 2, but basically I was at break even. So then what happened is it came up again. And when it came down, I thought, you know what, this kind of looks like an ABC. I really thought it was going to continue down. So I put an entry in here and expected it to dive down more. And as you can see, it did not. It went my way a little bit, and then it came right back and just took me out. So at this point, that was a full loss, and felt kind of like I was a little on edge about it. And then unfortunately, I jumped right back into another trade because I saw it came up into support. So I saw this nice support area. We've got fair value gap here, nice support area. And I said, well, that's a great trade. So I entered here. My stop was up here. And it started doing this creeping thing where it's creeping up. And I said, you know what? I am now, at this point, I was shy of losing money. So I brought my stop to just above this, and look what it did, guys. It came up, ticked me out, and then went my way. It went my way a lot, really quick. So if I had just left my stop where it belonged, and not messed with it, because I had just gotten my ass handed to me here, and so I was just shy with them, and I just had my stop too tight there, and it took me out. So then at that point I was done for the day, and then I was jumping into the journal and I saw it retesting the red line here, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to take one more stab at it, which is not a good idea. It started going my way a little bit, but I held my my stop really tight. In fact, I actually got a small profit out of this. I took a couple ticks profit. I just moved my stop to break even when it started going my way. I wasn't taking a loss in this trade if I could help it. As you can see, it actually would have filled. I could have gotten my target there, guys. Look at that. Boop, boop, boop. But I wasn't having it. I wasn't going to keep messing with it. I was already at my limit of loss for the day. So I really I shouldn't have taken this trade in the first place. And I knew that. Anyway, so let's look at my profit. Like I said, I'm at 190 today. So it was a back step, but not too bad. One thing I have recognized, and one thing that is helping me stay consistent is going, and when I get to my daily loss for the day, my daily loss limit is 250. So if I get close to that, we call it a day. And that keeps it from blowing up for me. So we get a loss limit, but we don't have a profit limit. We just don't. What I go for basically is 3 good trades where I feel good for the trades and I have some profit. That's basically what my target goal is for right now, what I feel comfortable with. And hopefully I can expand on that. Today, I took a total of 7 trades. So not great. I had one break even, 2 wins, and 4 losses, which is why I end up with this negative P&L. But that's it for today. We are getting close to our target, though. We're at 25,800 basically. I was at 26 yesterday, so that's a little deflating, but we're moving in the right direction. We're still up for the week. We just got to keep positive and keep at it and know when to stop. All right. Thanks for dropping by, guys. And hopefully, if you stick around, I'm going to try and do these updates every day. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.